Welcome back to where Paul's not providing any help of any meaningful fashion, which is just par for the course. For some reason, I turned this computer on today, and as you can see, everything's a little blue. Blue dabba dee ba da die.
You know what I like about the new Skype? Nothing. But look, one of the things I find particularly irritating.
Can we talk about my problems first?
Yes. Sorry.
I'm blue, and I don't know.
You're blue, abadi, abadai.
I don't. I'm at a loss for words. I checked all the settings. I changed nothing. I just turned the computer on. So either the camera's dying, but I don't think that's it. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of night mode.
Which Chrome 74 does not have, by the way.
Yeah, I suspect you can enable it with a flag, just like you can in Edgium or whatever we're calling it. But I haven't. I don't have Chrome on my computer anymore. Ooh. What a world!
Wow.
Yep.
First time those words have been muttered since 2004, maybe.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Whenever it came out.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, what about Skype that you like so much?
So obviously our video has some kind of an aspect ratio. And in classic Skype, desktop Skype, if you drag the window arbitrarily, like resized it, and you obviously that would change the aspect ratio of the window, you would get black bars that would indicate the actual shape of the video. But this thing will do that actually sometimes. But actually, no, it doesn't. But I could stretch this thing out so that it's like 21 by 9, like it's like this super wide window. It just crops it. I don't want a cropped view of the video. I want to see what the video looks like. So I've literally dragged it out so it looks like a CinemaScope, movie screen or something. So now we're in super, super widescreen from my view. And if I drag down on the bottom of it, it will go to like a 4:3 view. It just adapts. I want to know what we're projecting, not what just happens to fit in the window. Stupid. This thing's stupid. Who makes stupid things and gives them to people? It's stupid.
I'm just still wondering why I'm blue, and this is really annoying me.
All right.
I mean, I know I'm not typically a tan human.
No, you're not.
I feel like this is unfair, camera.
This is what skin looks like. That's what like fish under the sea looks like. Skin, fish.
Wow. You don't even know what else is. It was. I find this hilarious that Apple's making a big deal that they're fixing their broken keyboards quickly now, or quicker.
Well, actually, I think they're doing this because this is class action lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah.
I know they have at least 3 outstanding lawsuits. I believe you could combine 2 of those and make a class action right there, but not a legal expert. But yeah, this thing clearly doesn't. Speaking of things that don't work, let's talk about Apple's keyboards. It's unbelievable.
At least it's, yeah.
At least it's like typing on glass. So you got that going for you.
Well, the cool part is that if your E key isn't working, you can just open up the touch keyboard and just never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. That keyboard debacle is not going to end anytime soon until they actually fix the keyboards, which they haven't done yet, or at least they're not shipping any ones with fixed keyboards. So
the problem is there are millions of these things out in the world, right? It's previous gen and current gen MacBooks, MacBook Pros, and now the MacBook Air. I mean, there's no fixing this. They can improve. They can release yet another improved version of the keyboard. I would imagine that the 3rd gen one is probably slightly more reliable than the previous gen versions. I haven't had problems with mine, but I don't really use it every day. But they basically just instituted like an open policy on this. Like if you come in with this problem, they're just going to fix it, you know? And by fix it, unfortunately, what that means is get a replacement that is exactly like the thing that broke. So if you have a 2nd gen butterfly keyboard on a MacBook Pro, even though there is a 3rd gen version that would slot right into there, they're not going to give you that version. And it's like, guys, seriously, they need to figure this out, and they need to get rid of it for the future products. I think. The central issue is here, really, though. When you think about it, aside from the fact that they designed something that was unnecessary, nobody ever complained about MacBook keyboards, ever.
Oh, no. They were among the best.
They're widely regarded as being fantastic. They did invent island-style keyboards, but solid. And the previous gen MacBook Air I had, for whatever faults it might have had around bezels and so forth, the keyboard was fine. It was fine. There was no one was ever like, oh, look, when you hit the side of the key, it, like the key, it kind of turns a little bit, and it worked fine.
Yeah, they were great. I think they were chasing thinness for egotistical reasons, and they needed a thinner keyboard, so they made one, and then they didn't think about dust, and
Or the needs of their users. Why would we ever put such a thing in a MacBook Pro, which, by the way, is not particularly thin anyway? I don't know. It's too bad.
It is. It is too bad, and now they've got to deal with the bed that they have made, and hopefully it doesn't have blue sheets like this camera does.
It might not have blue sheets, but they'll still look blue if it's on your camera.
I even tried to trick it. Like, I got white pieces of paper to try to reset the white balance, then I got yellow pieces of paper, maybe thinking it would overcorrect. Nope.
Yeah, nothing, huh?
No, I maybe need to delete the video source and re-add. I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah, and it's only blue. Like, I even tried, so these lights up here, you can change the color on them. Like, you can change them to yellow and all that. Try to change. Nope, nothing. What are you sipping?
It's like a nice coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
I thought it was the tears of Windows Phone fans.
Yeah, exactly. So salty. The issue you're having, frankly, is related to my fundamental problem with Skype, which is that you wake up on any given day and things have changed, even though you've done nothing. Like, you just use the thing every day. It's not like you're screwing around with it.
I don't know if this one's Skype. That's my concern, though. This
Could
may
be
not
the camera,
be.
even.
Well, well, actually, I can almost guarantee it's probably not Skype, because this video feed doesn't go through. Some people on occasion will notice that my video is a little bit crisper than Paul's, but that's actually because my video is uncompressed, whereas Paul's is compressed coming across Skype, and that's...
Oh, well. Yeah, I could dig out that video camera, I suppose, that we were using before.
Oh, that wouldn't make any difference.
No, okay.
I mean, actually, yes, just please spend all that time getting that out, the HD capture card, getting it all set up, just to have...
Well, that's the thing. I don't have a desktop PC up here anywhere, I don't think. So I don't know how I'd connect to that. It must be Thunderbolt 3 type. Let's not screw with it. It's fine.
It would be. I would love to watch this play
Speaking
out.
of, fixing things that no one said was, that no one ever. Well, actually, people do complain about my video quality. I don't know.
It's been a lot better since you finally got off Skype 7.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Because this camera problem's annoying me. You got anything else for today, Paul?
Yeah. So you may remember, I think it was Monday, that Google had like a one-day sale on the Pixel 3 XL.
Mm-hmm.
On the Pixel 3, I should say. Half off.
Yeah.
So I wrote about it, and I was like, there's no way I'm doing this. And then I published the article, and I was like, let me think about this a little bit. I have like $300 in PayPal. I could trade in my Pixel 2 XL, probably get a couple $100 for it. That would pay for the phone, So I ended up getting a Pixel 3 XL to kind of evaluate
You wombat.
Yeah.
This is going to be great.
So you'll notice that what's today, Wednesday? I haven't mentioned this until today because, frankly, I was not in the mood to be ripped on by you. But, yeah. The notch is so big, it actually extends below the device. It's like a saber-toothed tiger.
Wow.
Yeah.
What you need to do is put like a little white line in the middle so it does look like buck teeth. And then...
That's okay.
So I'm
probably going to write about it.
Gift arrive?
Yesterday.
Oh, you already have it.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you should go look at my Instagram account. The one thing I did do was I took some, I went for a walk yesterday. I took some pictures. Honestly, daylight type pictures, they're great, but I've been using this Huawei phone, and frankly, I just really like the hyper saturated Huawei photos. But I have to say that the night, I guess it's called night sight stuff it's unbelievable. I was out with my wife, and I just took a picture of the neighborhood. It's all dark. Like, there's no street illumination in my neighborhood, so the houses around me just have to do their own lighting, like, whatever, little lamps and things. And it doesn't look like daylight, but it's lit up so clear in the photo. I mean, it's kind of astonishing. But I really, given our history, Brad,
yes,
you have to understand how hard it is for me to even utter these words, because I got the Oh God, this is hard. I got the pink one.
Why would you
Hold
get
on.
the pink one?
Because the black was sold out and the white was only available in 64 gigabytes.
Wow.
I know.
I didn't think I could think less of you, but here we are.
I know. I know. I'm gonna put a case on it.
I bet you
Cases
are.
red.
Make sure
I
it's
know.
purple.
Okay. I will just sit here now and absorb your abuse.
I'd like to think that your daughter opened the phone and be like, "Oh, Dad got me a new phone," and then you're like, "No, that honey,
Or
that's
worse,
actually...
like I'm at the gym and some guy walks by and he's like, "Is that pink?"
It's quartz, you jerk."
Sandstone.
You gotta...
The color is literally described as not pink, and honestly, in most light, it looks kind of off white.
Well, I would describe my hue as not blue. I mean, that's...
Yeah. Yeah, actually, if you held up this phone and your camera or whatever, it would probably look light blue.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. I dreaded this moment.
You know, in the Roman times, pink was a masculine color.
Well, how long ago was that?
A while ago. And then, surprisingly, like, the whole thing collapsed. Can't imagine why. Maybe it's because they embraced it.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Yeah. There you
well,
go.
Got any other pink things on the horizon?
No, I'm done. That's all I can think of.
Well, and on that bombshell, folks, we will wrap it up here today. But if you want to come hang out with us, we will be at AvePoint's Shift Happens conference. Almost forgot the name of it there. Happening in Washington, D.C., where there are pink flowers. Paul was there not too long ago that he could have taken photos of with his pink phone, right? Yep.
Hurtful.
Yep. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Whoops. I really screwed this up.
That really does wrap it up.